Good evening, everyone. So, the title of our this story is Annual Haircut Day once again. So, this is after 1 year. What happens with the Sringeri Srinivas's hair next time? So, same as the previous one, author of this story is also Rohini Nilekani. I love your stories, Rohini. And the illustrator is NG and Upesh. Okay, so let's start with the story. What happens after a year? So after 1 year, Sringeri Srinivas is ready for his haircut on his annual haircut day on 1st of a month, maybe 1st January, New Year, just not the month but the year. So he's looking at the calendar and he's telling his wife, Parvati, look at this calendar, shouted Sringeri Srinivas, the banana farmer. I have made a promise to my gods. I must cut my hair on this annual haircut day. And he's ready for his haircut. Well, don't ask me, Parvatamma declared. You know, I have so much extra work now. The kids have grown up a little bit from last story, right? There is the cooking and the cleaning and the farm work. I also have to teach the children. Today I have no time to cut such long hair. And especially because his hairs are so long, everybody is, when they are busy, they don't want to cut it. Why should I need you? Asked Sringeri Srinivas, puzzled. As usual, I will go to Bhimanna the barber. Last year he did not help, remember? Oh, suddenly he remembered. Bhimanna's shop was closed. It was because of the COVID-19 pandemic. There was a lockdown everywhere. Neighbor Shivanna's family was in quarantine. His uncle had caught the disease. Oh, if somebody catches the disease, then the whole family has to go in the lockdown. The village, the country, and in fact, the whole world is troubled because of one little virus named SARS-CoV-2. The virus is dangerous. Many people have become very, very sick. Sringeri Srinivas peeped out from his gate. The main road of the village was quiet. He could see the closed barber shop in the distance. Can you see that? New look, closed due to corona. And there are birds and pigeons and a peacock and a goat walking around. I see the squirrel has found a perfect place to sit before the shop, and then there is a monkey on the roof. I see a lot of things in the picture. Okay, out came Sringeri's famous frown. He groaned. He growled. Am I going to let one tiny little virus prevent me from keeping my promise to the gods? Never. You hear me? He turned to the children who had scuttled away. Never, never, never. Oh, the children are afraid now. Everybody know of his famous temper. He picked up his phone and called Bhimanna. How are you, my friend? You know it's my annual haircut day today. Can you help me like you did last year? Look at Bhimanna's face expressions. He doesn't want to help him. In a kind voice, Bhimanna replied, Sringeri Anna, you know I cannot help you this time. Not until the lockdown is lifted. It is dangerous for both of us. Why is it dangerous? Because if somebody is carrying the virus and not showing the symptoms, they can still pass it on. So that's why everybody should keep their distance, right? Also, I want to obey the law. Please find another way to get your haircut today, Sringeri. Oh, what shall I do? Nobody will help me. Tigers test positive for COVID-19. Sringeri is reading the newspaper with the news. Even the tiger can't help me now, wailed Sringeri. Have you met the tiger in the book Annual Haircut Day? Yes, we did. He did scare Sringeri too much. Suddenly, little Uma stepped up bravely to her angry father. Appa, until the lockdown is over, why don't you try a new hairstyle? We will help you. Oh, little Uma has got an idea to help her papa. Soon the children had crowded around their father. Shiva checked the internet to find ways to style hair. Everybody had been doing that in the lockdown, cutting hairs at home and styling hairs differently and so on. Shankari pulled out a chair, a comb, and a mirror. Little Uma found some pins and ribbons. Oh, what are they up to? The children had a jolly time, styling Sringeri's long, thick hair into many, many shapes. With two big horns, or a little ponytail in the front, or combed down neatly, or with a tree on his head. Oh my God, what is this? That's scary. Even their mother helped. Now everybody has some time to play. She was happy to see her husband so relaxed on his annual haircut day. It was the best time the family had enjoyed since the lockdown. Idea, idea, I have an idea, shouted Sringeri, jumping out of the chair. All the combs and the pins and the ribbons went flying about. Everything fell off from his long big hair. Srinivas stormed out of his house and out of the farm gate, right onto the village street. His family followed him one by one. Even the pet is following. Look at his hair. Oh my God. Devare, my gods, he said, waving his hands at the sky. I have an idea. Srinivas was so loud that all the villagers peeped out of their homes. Youngsters came out wearing masks, the cows ambled up, the monkeys swung by, the birds flew closer, the dogs pricked up their ears. After so many weeks, something was happening in the village. Everyone was curious what's going on. Nobody's out of their house. Devare, I had made a promise to you that I would cut my hair on this auspicious day every year. And I have kept my promise, even on that day when the tiger had to help me. We know what happened, right? But now, because of this virus, I can't get a good haircut. Sringeri is explaining to his gods. He explained to it, gods, what can I do? So Devare, I am making a new promise. Until our scientists find a cure for this illness, I will not cut my hair, because Deva are not helping. So they have to help the scientists find a cure. Even if it becomes as long as the king cobra in my cousin's village. Even if it becomes as long as Amma Sari. Shankari is piped up helpfully. He's trying to help. Amma ki sari ke jitne lambe baal. Oh my God. Yes, even then I will not cut my hair. Not until our scientists succeed. And I will make a donation to help them too. Sringeri swore, putting his hand to his heart. The whole village roared in approval. Yes, Sringeri, do that. And now that scientists have found a cure with the vaccine, I think we can have the third story out sometime soon. Somebody picked up a drum. Bhairappa began to sing. Please mute yourself, Pita. The little children began to dance. They tried their best to stay apart because of the pesky virus, but at least they have their masks on. Soon the news spread far and wide. Srinivas was doing a special penance for the health of his village and of the world. He will not cut his hair until there is a cure. People already loved the SS Farm's banana halwa. They already doted on Lakshmi the cow that went meow. We will read that story next Sunday, okay? When the lockdown lifted a little, they now also came to see Sringeri Srinivas's long, amazing hair. Oh, so when the lockdown was lifted, but there is no cure yet, people are coming to see Sringeri with his long hair. Many villagers were inspired to grow their own hair too. Look at other people growing their hair till the cure is found. I hope our scientists find a cure soon, prayed Parvatamma, standing outside the village temple. Everybody is having such long hair in the village now. I really hope so too, whispered Bhimanna the barber, because he's out of business. Nobody's cutting their hair now. So what did we learn from today's story? What is a pandemic? A pandemic is a disease that spreads quickly throughout the world. Usually, if it is spread in more than 5 countries, it is declared a pandemic. How can you stay safe and prevent the spread of COVID-19? By staying indoors, by wearing a mask when you have to go out, By washing your hands with soap every time you touch something that you don't know could have had virus. Masks must cover the nose and the mouth both completely to prevent the virus from spreading. Who is wearing the mask incorrectly in the above image? Oh, the singer, the old man with the stick in his hand. Everybody else has their mask on correctly, right? Which of these should never be done? Spitting on the road? Never. Washing hands with soap often? Yes, you should do that. Sneezing into your arm? Yes, that's a good thing too. If you don't have your mask on, if you don't, you can use a handkerchief also if you have that. But if you have nothing else, at least sneeze in your arm, not out in the open. On page 16, what should be the distance between Sringeri and the man on the street? 1 meter, 10 meters, 0 meter. They say at least 1 meter. Well, I think it's more than 1 meter. Actually, 6 feet it should be the distance. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story.